Yeah, yeah. Vuelo alto, tan alto como Edgar en el freestyle. Fronteras en el aire donde otros no llegan, el orzo real. Conocido como Torron, rey del motocross. En el cielo deja huella, no conoce a Dios. Inventor de saltos que desafían la gravedad. Backflip y art attack, esto es pura libertad. Empezó desde abajo, con caídas en la piel, pero cada golpe lo convirtió en su papel. Cicatrices que narran su historia de campeón. Se levanta una y otra vez sin perder el control. El público grita su nombre cuando el extraterrestre la rompe. Sus ruedas tocan el cielo, es leyenda ante los hombres. Freestyle no es solo motos, es la vida en el riesgo. Y Edgar lo sabe, lo lleva en los huesos. Vuelo inmortal, en el aire, como si no hubiera final. Saltos que rompen barreras, puro freestyle sobrenatural. Edgar, el rey, el que nunca dejó de luchar. Con cada caída más fuerte vuelve a despegar. Porque flotar en el aire es lo que le hace viral. No es solo la moto, es el alma que vuela en espiral. Inventó el backflip, nadie lo creyó posible, pero él lo hizo realidad, lo imposible lo hizo visible. Lesiones en el cuerpo, dolores en el alma, pero la pasión por el vuelo es lo que le calma. Fracturas y cirugías, pero sigue en la cima, porque el miedo es solo un eco que nunca lo domina. Cada salto es un grito, un desafío al destino. Superar cada barrera, eso es su camino. De España al mundo, su nombre resonó. Edgar Fronteras, el hombre que el aire conquistó. Vuelo inmortal, en el aire, como si no hubiera final. Saltos que rompen barreras, puro freestyle sobrenatural. Edgar, el rey, el que nunca dejó de luchar. Con cada caída más fuerte vuelve a despegar. No solo un piloto, es el espíritu del viento. Superar sus límites es su único argumento. De lesiones que otros temen, él sacó su valor. Un guerrero en el aire, sin miedo al dolor. Vuelo inmortal, en el freestyle es su ley. Fronteras el rey, siempre buscando el next. Con su moto en las alturas donde el miedo no cabe. Es un ave en el viento, la leyenda que nunca se acabe. Vuelo inmortal, Edgar siempre en el aire. Su nombre es inmortal. Vuelo inmortal.
Vamos allá. A ver. Vale. Me quedan 5 minutitos, chavales. Bueno, 4 minutitos. Y freestyle del bueno. Ya tengo todo preparado. Todo preparado. Bueno, mentira, me falta el agua. Ahora sí. Ahora sí. Bueno, espérate. Falta otra cosita por. Vamos a quitar fondo. Uh, oh, son los flow, papá. Pero no me gusta que sea transparente tanto, ¿eh? Bueno, venga, 2 minutitos. Termina el bocata. Con mi gorrita oficial de Solo Flow. Esto es el que manda. ¿A qué el Tito Torres no salta hoy? Venga, 2 minutos. Joder. Ok, 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 ok. Ok. Vamos a preparar el 10 segundos, 9. Venga, cuenta atrás, niño. A cuenta atrás, los cuartos. Espérate. ¡Ah! Están arrancando. Niño, carajo. Ah, el primero. No lo entendamos. Yo, gilipollas. Ya. Primero, ¿en qué ha caído? Va a darle unos minutillos. De todas maneras, yo busco. No, desde su canal no tan... Ah, pero lo de Play... vale. ¿Y esto qué? Venga, arranca, ¿no? Mira yo. No, sí, al final han puesto las 3, pero hasta el cuarto más o menos empezará. Seguro. Hombre, igual. Hasta el cuarto nada. Mira, me pone el cuarto. Pero que empiece el cuarto. Ya me extrañaba a mí. Ya me extrañaba a mí. Espera un poquito. Pero coño. En el Estadio Nacional de San José, en Costa Rica, con más de 35.000 espectadores, pero no dice los pilotos. Este es de Pamplona.
Pamplona, Freestyle GP World Cup, 20 de diciembre, Copa del Mundo de Freestyle Motocross, un plan para toda la familia. Vivirás el show mundial número 1 y la competición más gigante, con rampas de última generación y una puesta en escena jamás vista. Navarra Arena, reserva tu entrada en freestylegp.com.
Vale. Ah, mira, hasta aquí. El de Pamplona, entero. Bueno, pues mientras me incendiando la antorcha. Vamos a ir encendiendo la antorcha. Vamos a ver lo que tarda. Creo que esto hasta y cuarto no se va a poner bien. Han puesto las 3 para que la gente entre, pero no. Hasta las 3 y cuarto nada, para mí. Ah, mira, hoy a las 10. Yo creo que te ha contado. A las 10 y 20, el Gran Premio de. Bueno, una carrera de motocross en Calatayud. Eh, no, se ha puesto. Así voy a quitar el fondo. Delantero, el vertical. no es lo que yo quería. Ahí. Mil 80. Puesto. Me tenía que encender la antorcha, si no, no. Estamos sincronizados. Espérate, hombre. No, que sí que igual, vale. Nada. Seguimos aquí esperando, por lo menos tenemos aquí las fotitos. Ya podrían poner al Mincha, coño, saltando algo. O a Ardani. Que Ardani hace traje como guapo. Aunque el Mike también se las trae, ¿eh? Cuidadito con el Mike que también hace pupa, ¿eh? Tiene muy buenos truquitos. De Nietzsche. ¿Te va tu tocayo saltando? Pero vamos a ver, ahí arriba. Y va a salir. Empieza ya, hombre. Hombre. No, hombre. Hambre que salió del trabajo haciendo fluido. Para no llegar tarde. Vámonos. No, Renardo viene fuerte también. Tela. No, este lo hace muy manchado. Ya, hombre, yo quiero ver acción ya. Hombre. Eh,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to it. This is
Eh,
the FIM Freestyle World Cup here in San Jose. Look at that stadium. This is the Estadio Nacional de Costa Rica, the national stadium of
Estadio Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, the country's main stadium with a capacity of around 35,000
Pues 1080,
spectators.
¿no?
And they host major football matches and international
Sí.
events. Well, this evening we're going to be watching freestyle motocross, and it is in part with the Pan American Supercross Championship 2026. We're about to get down to business with some freestyle motocross, but before that, the light show and the fantastic zoom in on this arena here. We'll have a quick review of the warm-up rounds from earlier on for our freestyle athletes, so we'll take a quick look at this course and see what you can expect to see for this evening's festivities. We have 2 rounds remaining. Now, the warm-up round was a non-scoring round. The next 2 rounds coming up, rounds 1 and 2, will be scoring rounds. We'll see the riders in the freestyle motocross competition in round 1 have 4 jumps total, and then in round 2 they will have 3 jumps total in order to try and capture as many points as possible
Enterando de todo, cabeza.
for the overall championship. Now, there is a
Ella,
lot
hombre,
at stake
presenta
here
lo
for
que
these
tiene que
guys in
presentar,
event number
cojones.
2 of this 4-event
Presenta a los
season here
pilotos, coño.
in Costa Rica, and we are looking for a
Ya nos hemos enterado que
fantastic
estamos en
event
Costa
this
Rica.
evening.
Ya lo sabemos.
Some of the guys to keep a close eye on, we have David Ronaldo from France. He is the leader at the moment in the
Ya lo
World Cup
sabemos que estamos en
Championship.
Costa Rica. Venga, presenta a
José
los
Mincha
pilotos.
from Spain, he's second at the moment. He had a great
Venga.
performance earlier on in the season back in Spain.
Ahí,
Michael
ese
Malero,
quién es.
the legend, a 5-time FIM world
Ah, está
champion.
diciendo el
And
carrusel.
of course, David Rossi from Italy has been really throwing down. Danny Torres is a legendary rider
El Dani
out of
Torres.
Spain, Mr. X Fighters
Ahí
himself.
menciona.
He has won here 5 times in Costa Rica, and he is absolutely loved in this country. And of course,
Vámonos.
Marco
Es
Gonzalez,
Urdanazo, bueno,
otherwise
ahí.
known as Chino,
Participaron en gran
is the
cantidad de eventos
national champion
internacionales
here
donde
and
defendieron
representing
cetros,
Latin America,
la
the
presencia
only
de Costa Rica con sus
Latin American
motocicletas,
athlete that's going to
y
be
en la parte baja
competing
ahorita
here today, as we see the people coming into the stadium and getting ready to have a good time watching the action here this evening. So again,
Mira, están dando un
just
premio.
mentioning the warm-up
No me he
rounds
enterado del
that
porqué.
consisted
Están dando
of
un
4
premio.
jumps, 2 laps instead of 5,
El
what we
chino.
normally see. And we're just going to take a quick look back here at the
Desde
warm-up rounds
era
here
el
as
chileno.
Chino Gonzalez gets ready to go, as we see that beautiful
Él también hace muy
backflip
buenos trucos.
no-hander right there. Fantastic
Ahí
tsunami,
va, gratis.
absolutely overextended. Love the commitment on that jump from him. Would have liked to have seen his
Ahí
feet
está
even there a
Dani.
little bit on that Flintstone.
Ahí está Dani. Crazy of the Jan,
He's got
señores.
another round to try and get it. There we see the legend
Aquí lo
Danny
tenemos,
Torres
mira.
being chased by the
Pam.
drone here
Toma.
as he
Para
goes
el
up
Mercy coma.
transferring on that backflip heel clicker.
Toma.
There is a
Superman.
nice rock solid, and you
Este es
can
Dani
see
Torres, de aquí de
the
Sevilla.
guys are getting right into it as
Ahí
he
está.
goes for the cliffhanger. Danny Torres, always fun to watch.
Ahí,
He is an
ese es el
absolute
Michael.
favorite down here. And there's Michael Malero, the
Ahí viene el
5-time
Michael.
FIM freestyle
Toma.
motocross
Front
world
flip.
champion, using that mechanical ramp, or otherwise known as a
Toma.
cheater ramp, for the
Tsunami.
front flip. There's a beautiful ruler, straight up and straight
Lo lleva.
down. Flatliner,
El
really
9
nicely
o'clock.
extended. Then, of course, the rock solid Michael Malero, always good for a great show. David Rossi from Italy. He is
Aquí
a
también
very fun
el
guy to
David
watch as
Rossi.
he goes for that front flip.
Porque de este no me
Little bit of a
acordaba el
stiff
nombre,
one, but a
tío.
beautiful landing. Then the dead body. Super nice runs from all of these guys here. Saw
No me
the
acordaba
little
el
stripper
nombre.
right there, and an
Ahí
Indy
está el Minchita.
flatliner, and of
Este
course
Mincha
José
bueno
Mincha, the
ahí.
young guy. Really, really fantastic talent. We've
Vámonos.
seen some great things from him.
Que me
Currently sitting
gusta.
second, so he has an opportunity here to take over the
Yo.
top spot. Now, in the first event of the season back in Spain, Michael Malero
Tiene
ended
un
up
flow que se
injuring
sale, el hijo.
himself. Wasn't sure what the problem
Toma
was.
ya.
It seemed like
Toma
it
ya.
might
Y
have been his
surdanado.
elbow.
Bueno.
Not really sure, but he had
Surdown.
to
Ahora el
opt out of the
suicide.
competition early,
Toma.
and that left the door wide open for guys like José Mincha, who is, as I mentioned, second
Y
in the
el Rinaldo.
championship, and of course
Bueno.
David Ronaldo,
Este
who
también.
is leading
Este
in the
trae tralla
championship at
también
the
buena, ¿eh?
moment. Lots of points up for grabs here
Toma ya.
today, though, and this is
Va
going to
free
be a wide
combinado con
open
cordobés
competition
y el otro no me sé el
as
nombre.
these guys will get going in round 1 shortly. And, yep, it's going to be a fun one to
Superman.
watch with these guys really pushing hard to try and get as many points as
Hey,
possible. And 5 riders looking for a great time
Hecho otro
this
truco.
evening. Our judges in Costa Rica, by the way, this is also a list of absolute legend. Jose Miralles will be in there along with Ronnie Renner. Ronnie Renner absolutely loved to show everybody his butt
El Miralles está de
at his
güey.
events. So, yeah, never one to shy away from the camera. And Martin Alzugari. So these guys experienced freestyle motocross riders in their own right, and they will be keeping a close eye on the action out there. And as I mentioned, this is just a review of our 4 jumps from each rider in that first round. Now, the track is pretty wide open. Normally, we're seeing these tracks a little bit tighter together in smaller arena setups, but because we are in the National Stadium here, we get a lot of space, plus the Supercross track that's in the background. So these guys have quite a bit of traveling to go from side 1 over to side 2. Now we have 2 big air ramps
Superman
set up at 23 meters each off of each of these landings. And then off of the one landing, we've got that mechanical front flip kicker ramp and, of course, the super kicker ramp where we may well see a double or 2 dropped off of that super kicker this evening. So 4 jumps on 2 big air bag landings. And it's going to be a fun one this evening. Hang tight as we will get going with round number 1 coming up in just a few minutes' time. And these guys are going to be showing you some of the best tricks in the world in freestyle motocross. So as mentioned, there's our lineup of riders. David Ronaldo in the lead in the overall standings. Jose Mincha, second place. Michael Malero, 5-time world champion. David Rossi from Italy. Danny Torres, an absolute legend. And Marco Gonzalez, otherwise known as Chino, the only Latin American representative here. Looking for him to put on a great show for the hometown fans.
Escúchame, que hace unos truquitos también que flipa, pues está complicada, No digan. La primera va a hacer una carrera.
So before we get going with our round 1 of the scored jumps for our freestyle motocross athletes, we do have the Supercross 1 and Supercross 2 last chance runs here. So these are the guys that had position 6 through 8 in Supercross 1 and 2 heats and Supercross 2 1 and 2 heats. So last chance qualifiers coming up, and then we'll get going with our freestyle motocross. Hang tight.
¿Y qué pasa? ¿Que va a estar aquí repitiendo todo esto hasta que terminen de correr o cómo? Se está poniendo todo el rato lo mismo. No entiendo. Qué sueño el comentarista, ¿eh? Antes estás hablando uno en español.
Ayer hicieron su entrenamiento, Tavo, estadio vacío, son circunstancias muy distintas.
Sí, incluso lo que decía Javier, nada raro que en el primer hit, digamos, no tienen su mejor truco, ¿verdad? Ellos van calculando.
¿Hay 30 veces lo mismo? Ahora. Y lo pones sin sonido. Se nota. Y yo, es que se nota mucho, tío. A la hora de aterrizar. A la hora de cómo aterrizan, Guillo. Ahí. Ahí es donde se ve. Pan. Clava el truco y aterriza. Va. Pues, arriesga tanto.
So one more time, taking a
Ella.
look at this here. There's the
Eso
Volt
es
up the side
finarlo
of the bike. He's
en
got time.
Pamplona.
There's a quick hello to the crowd.
Y ganó.
Then the Bobby spin. Oh, geez. It's a
Ahí lo
flat
lleva,
spin
papá.
above the bike. Then
Ahí
the
arriesgó de
Corolla,
todo.
reaching
Y
over
la
the
del
opposite
toma.
hand, pushing himself over
Bueno,
a horizontal 360 body spin or body varial above the bike. What a beautiful view from our drone cam.
ahí fue
Incredible.
cuando hizo pan.
Philip Podmal also right over there immediately giving him. Let's watch this again here. So there is the rock solid backflip. Yeah, he got those grips no problem. Beautiful rotation, beautiful landing. There is the front row Dova. So much can go wrong there. He got a nice twist on it though, and the extension of it.
Okay, we are good to go. The Supercross last chance qualifier is done and dusted. So those lineups are set for later on this evening. And we are going to go with round number one. Now, folks, we are into our first scoring rounds here for these 6 athletes. So it is about trying to get as much as you can in points. How each of these guys have to submit a list of tricks beforehand so that they know what they're going to do on these individual jumps, and the judges have a look at what they're doing as well. This is kind of a new format in this freestyle motocross setup. Now, occasionally you'll see these guys go off script if they feel like their trick list isn't quite as hardcore as maybe they need it to be, if they see somebody else doing a very cool trick or something and they want to try and up the ante. But they can also get docked points for that if it goes kind of pear-shaped for them. So we'll start off things with Marco Gonzalez, Chino, this evening. He'll be our first rider out in round number 1 here. He'll be followed by Danny Torres, loved here, local, more or less, and a legend in Spain. And, of course, Michael Malero, David Rossi, Jose Mincha, and David Rinaldo will round out our 6 athletes competing here this evening. It's going in the opposite of their current overall standings on this FIM Freestyle World Cup. David Rinaldo currently in the lead with Jose Mincha sitting in second place. Michael Malero had a bit of an unfortunate, wasn't a bad crash or anything in Spain earlier on in the season, but it was enough to tweak his elbow or his shoulder. I don't know exactly what it was, but it left him out of that second round there. So he didn't get the points he needed. So he is currently sitting there in 4th place, just behind David Rossi. And Danny Torres and Marco Gonzalez Chino are added to the list here today, as we don't have a Podmal brother or Rob Adelberg here. They both competed back in Spain, so the list is mixed up a little bit, but we do have our main competitors, Malero, Rossi, Mincha, and Rinaldo. There you see Michael Malero stretching out, 5-time FIM Freestyle Motocross World Champion. Can he come back from that small injury? Oh, and there's our judge, Ronnie Renner, an absolute legend. He's been around this sport forever and ever. Still looking good for an old fella. Not too bad. And other judges here in Costa Rica will be Jose Marayes and Martin Alzugari. Maybe we'll get some pictures of them as well. Oh, there we go. Jose Marayes.
¿Cómo no? Tú,
Look at that stadium. Beautiful. What a location. And Martin Alzugari. So 3 gentlemen who absolutely know what is up in freestyle motocross. They're going to be keeping a close eye on our athletes this evening and scoring them, and making sure that they're keeping a look at the execution of the tricks, the style that they executed the tricks with, the amplitude that they're throwing into their tricks, and making sure that their landings are nice and clean. The ideal landing is 2 wheels down, a little bit too nose forward or tail heavy, and they'll get docked points for that. As our first athlete gets lined up, Chino getting ready to go. Marco Gonzalez. And he is the only Latin American representative, so you know the audience here is going to be on his side in a big way as he gets set for round 1, the first round where scoring comes into play. Here we go. So Chino lining himself up here. As I mentioned, this is a fairly wide open course. It's 2 big airbag landings, and each landing has 2 jumps. On the side that Chino is heading right now, he's got himself the 23-meter big long jump there with a flip tsunami. We'll have to take a closer look at how that tsunami was executed in the slow-mos a little bit later on. It seemed like it might have been a little bit soft from my perspective here, but that was so far away and so quick that we'll need to take another look at it again here. So lining up again. Backflip double can. Oh, huge corked out version of that one. He really twisted himself over. That was beautifully executed. He should get some nice points for that one. Absolutely. And he seems to be pretty pumped up for that. And every time he passes by the audience there, he tries to get some high fives from everybody on the sidelines. They're loving that as well. So Chino really playing up to the audience here. The judges are going to like to see that. All right, here we go. Jump number 3 of 4. Seat grab. I think he wanted to go indie on that one, but he only extended his feet out. He didn't twist the indie, so the judges will take note of that and dock him some points. So he wanted to have the flip seat grab indie in air, but the indie just didn't accumulate there behind him, as he should have twisted and scissored his legs back behind him. Holy grab to rock solid. Nice combo right there. Very well executed. Really quick on that rock solid. But that's a tough one. You know, you got to really be flying to make that work. And there it is again. Holy grab going straight from the bars to the seat grab. Then the rock solid. Let's take a look at this one here again. Yep, there it is. And then the rock solid. So that is a very, very nice combo. Pretty good run from Chino, I would say. I don't know, a couple of small mistakes in there from my perspective, especially with the indie at the end of jump number 3 with that flip seat grab where he just didn't materialize behind him. And I kind of feel like his flip tsunami might have been a little bit soft, but we'll see in the replay later on. Before that, though, I think we're going to get Danny Torres lined up for his round 1 scoring run here. Again, 4 jumps in this round 1, 3 jumps in round 2. So the guys really have to be on point. There is none of this timed run anymore where they get out there and they have like 90 seconds to get in as many jumps as possible. It is a fixed set number of jumps. They have to provide a list of the jumps that they want to do. And if they do go off script, it has to be an absolute monster of a jump in order to really make sure that the points that these guys get from that jump makes sense to go off script here. Still waiting on points for Chino. Nothing up yet. So he's going to go up into the waiting area on stage with the rest of the riders as we get ready to drop Danny Torres, an absolute beloved rider here. Mr. X Fighters himself. He's an X Fighters champion. He's an X Games medalist. He's won 5 times in Costa Rica at freestyle events in this country, and they love him here. And yeah, he is a living legend in the sport of freestyle motocross, no doubt about it. All right, making his way out onto the course here. We saw Danny many a time in the Plaza de Toros de las Ventas in Madrid, putting on a clinic, and he gets started right away. Oh, with a beautiful lazy boy flip. Very nicely executed. He has still got the bills in that back pocket. I mean, that was just fantastic. Completely extended out on the bike. Seat, arms back over behind the back fender. An amazing execution on that trick. Japan Air, rock solid. So you can see the legs completely twisted in that sort of check mark formation behind him, and then goes for the release on the seat grabs for that rock solid. And our drone pilot's always doing a fantastic job here, keeping up with these guys as they keep that momentum and those beautiful views from in the air. So flip double grab Indy. Did he get the double grab? I didn't see if that hand came away from the handlebars. That would have been a fantastic one, but I think maybe he kept a hand on the handlebars for safety's sake. That's going to be something that we're going to need to see in replay to get a really clear view of it. The camera shot was pretty far away. So these guys will all have their trick lists written on their bars just so they don't forget. Superman seat grab flip. Pretty clean, nice landing. So let's take a look back here. There's that Superman seat grab flip. The lazy boy flip. There's a great view of the lazy boy flip. He kind of started to do the sit-up as he extended those arms back. So, you know, it was a really nice trick. And there's the Japan Air grabbing that back foot with the opposite hand and then the rock solid. Really nice combo right there as well. The flip double grab Indy, that's what I want to see in replay though. And if we get that one, if we really did get the double grab in the Indy, doesn't look like they're going to show it to us. There's the Japan again and that rock solid. Lots going on in these tricks here these days as well. These guys are just really, really upping the ante every time. All right, let's see if he gets this double grab. Now, I don't know if that was his flip seat grab or if that was meant to be the double grab Indy. Either way, I didn't really see a double grab there for him. So, unfortunately, that's probably going to cost Danny Torres a couple of points as well. These judges are not going to be marking soft jumps at all. All right, now we're getting into the meat of the heat. Michael Malero, 5-time FIM Freestyle Motocross World Champion. He knows what the judges like to see. He knows what the judges need to see. Now he just needs to stay healthy and on that bike through this run here, and he'll get some good points. The unfortunate small bounce that he had in the previous event. It's interesting, you know, the landings are much safer now. You know, we're not talking about these dirt landings where if you make a mistake and you land hard on the dirt, you're breaking bones. But if you land at the wrong spot on those new airbag landings, they can bounce you to the hard ground. And that's what happened in Spain for Michael at the last event. So here we go. Cordova. Oh my goodness. A combo right there in the flip. A Cordova backflip to Superman. A little bit of a complicated trick there because you're going from basically hooking your feet on the bars and pushing your hips through. And then you got to bring everything back, stretch those legs out over the back of the bike for the Superman, and then get back on board for the landing. Tsunami Indy backflip. Well executed from my perspective here. Really, really nice. He liked that one as well. Quick fist pump for the crowd. This is where he likes to go for that mechanical flip ramp, the front flip ramp. Some guys call it the cheater ramp. And he's on that line. Kicked it. Front flip suicide. Oh, yes. Man, he got into that suicide immediately. Didn't hold it super long. But, man, you could really see he extended his arms up above his head. He was leaning back over that fender at the back. He really executed that one nicely. Coming in for that long distance 23 Japan Air to double rock solid. Did he get the double in there? Our drone pilot kind of moved a little bit, and I didn't see that second rock solid. Let's see if we get it in slow-mo. There's the Cordova to Superman backflip. Different view here. Nice push through with the hips. Great extension. Back on board for the landing. A little bounce, but that's okay. There's that flip tsunami Indy. More of a ruler flip, in my opinion. He didn't really. Japan. Did he go double? No, he did not. So we only got one grab on the rock solid. So it was a Japan to a normal rock solid. And we saw that also come from Danny Torres. So these two guys are dropping the same trick in their run. That's not going to help Michael Malero, but that trick right there, well, that front flip suicide, absolutely gangbusters that trick. So dangerous. So much can go wrong in that trick, and he nailed it. Absolutely fantastic by Michael Malero. And there you see 30.90 points. Now we're starting to get the points come in to the mix, so that's good. All right. Lining up David Rossi, who's a bit of a wild man at the last event in Spain. Hope to see him pull it in a little bit, rein that horse of his in, and put down a good show. And he is an absolutely fantastic rider, currently sitting third in the championship. Fourth. All right. So David Rossi is locked and loaded, ready to go. Oh, he's immediately starting off of the front flip there with a front flip knack-knack. What a way to get things going.
No he podido ver cómo
David
aterriza.
Rossi opening up with a huge front flip trick off of that mechanical ramp. There was no cheating on that one either. Man, he went for it, putting that foot back over for the knack-knack. Yes, grab one hand to rock. Not quite a Japan. Need to see that opposite hand grabbing back in there, but very nice trick, executed well by David. And he is not wasting any time here. He is going into each one of those tricks with barely any prep at all. And he goes for the flip kicker to Indy. I think it was meant to be a flip heel clicker there to Indy. I'm not sure I really saw the heel clicker. Super solid, though. And meant to be a flip tsunami, but he kind of did the same thing that Michael Malero did, more of a ruler flip. He didn't really tsunami that at all. I mean, we're looking for the arch on that particular trick, but look at this, that front flip knack-knack, very nicely executed. We saw the front flip. That was his first trick out in the warm-up round as well, and he was quite static, quite stiff on that first trick, but in this round one, where the scoring is key, he had that very nice front knack-knack. Yeah, that was kind of close to a Japan. I didn't see the grab right in there, but it was like a Japan to a rock solid. So the grab was missing, and there was the rock solid. And he came down a little bit back end heavy. So the judges are going to score him down on that a little bit. Yeah, there was the heel clicker. It was more like a horseshoe. Didn't really get the feet right together. Another view of that one hand Indy. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more arch there for that to really be a tsunami, but came pretty close. And one more view of the heel clicker. Now that was a kind of, believe it or not, a better view of the heel clicker. So it really did look like he came together cleanly on that one. Yeah, come on. We'll give him that tsunami. Why not? Not that I would ever want to have the job of a judge. How tough is that? So points for Davide Rossi. Let's see what they come up with. We get them right away. 28.40. So 2 riders still to come here in this round 1. And Jose Mincha up next. Young kid riding for Red Bull. And you know, they don't take it lightly when they hand out those helmets. So we know that he is absolutely skilled. We saw him fantastic run in Spain a couple of months ago. All right. Going for that front flip ramp. Immediately, oh my goodness, a front Rodova. Got a little bit wild on the landing there.
Que esto es lo mismo de
So
antes.
the Rodova is like a Cordova,
Sigo
but you're
viendo lo mismo de
grabbing the
antes.
seat grab as you pull through that trick. We'll see that again in slow-mo, I hope. And up come the flip levers, making adjustments on the bars there as he gets going for his next trick here. Wow, big 9 o'clock knack. Flatlined it way out there. Great extension. No fear at all from this young man, Jose Mincha. Two more tricks in his quiver here this evening. Lining up on that front flip ramp one more time. Took a little bit more time on the setup on this one, and I can understand why. Front flip lazy boy. Oh, heavy on the back end, but he rode it out. So, again, judges are going to be scoring on the landing as much as they are with the actual trick itself. But he is pumped by that. He is absolutely stoked pulling that one out. And you know he's going to be running on pure adrenaline for this last trick where he's got to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want to get overexcited here. Yeah, a little bit of settling down as he sets himself up for his last trick in this round 1. And I'll tell you what, Jose Mincha has put on a real good show here. I wouldn't be surprised if he took over the top spot as he sets himself up for, oh my goodness, the Cali roll. And that almost got a little bit sideways on him as it seemed like he was close to missing the grab on the rotation of his body above the bike, but managed to get back on board, ride it out. He laid the bike out on purpose at the end and said hi to the crowd. What a run from Mincha. Look at this first one here. There it is, the Rodova, grabbing the seat grab and then pushing those hips through on the Cordova style on that front flip. Tons of stuff going on there. One more look at it. Really, really nice. And that had to have gotten him pumped up right away. Then the big flatliner, the 9 o'clock knack. But what really got him wild was when he pulled out that front flip lazy boy. Another view of the 9 o'clock knack there. Off that front flip, there it is, the lazy boy. He felt that fender tap his helmet. He came around for the remainder of the rotation. Got a little bit heavy on the back end on the landing, but managed to ride away clean. And he was absolutely pumped after that. And he should have been. And here's the Cali roll. Now watch right here. He gets his foot a little bit caught. Kind of struggles to find his spot on the bike again, but does do it. It wasn't super, super clean. You could see the sole of his boot got caught. That was a little bit of a panic modus there by Jose Mincha. 34.60 points. So I think the judges scored him a little bit hard, but it's a very, very nice score. So well done by Jose Mincha. That puts him in the top spot for the moment. Okay, David Reynaldo, the tour leader so far. Okay, it's one event in, but nevertheless, he comes in here in the top spot. And I should mention the rankings after this round one will determine the running order in round two. Round one is a scoring round. Round two is a scoring round. No scoring for that warm-up set of 4 hits. Now, getting ready for David Reynaldo from France. Psyching himself up. You could see him talking to himself. So David Reynaldo is usually one just to go straight into it, and he does this time as well. Oh, the on-tour loop. Oh, boy. There is just so much going on in that one. He's like, it's like an airwalk backwards over top of the bike while he is upside down above the bike and flying through the air. So one-handed takeoff off that super kicker into a Rodova flip. Wow. The technicality on that is pretty up there. Not wasting any time, going for that 23-meter flip, rock solid. It was almost like a well, no. He reached back with one hand from the flip during the flip and then threw the rock solid out there as far as I saw. Not turning it into anything else that it's not going to be as he sets up for his final jump here in round one. And he goes for the turntable. Oh, and he stretches it out as an extra little bonus there at the end. So he pulled the turntable, jumping both feet over the bars around the left side, lifting the hand up, getting back on the bars. And instead of just getting back on the bike as per normal, he goes to extend it out Superman style. So he added a little bit of extra in there, and he decides to go for one more jump just for the audience. There will be no scoring on that one, folks. We should point that out. That was one final jump just for the audience, and he dropped a whip for him. So David Reynaldo having some fun with a really, really nice run here. I almost wanted to say that flip rock solid was like a flip holy grab, but there you could see his on tour lip. One more look at it here, hopefully. Yep. Yeah, it's like the airwalk backwards as he reaches up, and he has really got that on lockdown. There's the one-hand takeoff to the Rodova, reaching back, grabbing the seat grab in the rotation of the flip, and pushes his hips through. One more look at it. Nicely executed. That should score him some big points. Good solid landing as well. Beautiful view from our under ramp camera. You could really see how high these guys are flying. And there is the turntable. And he just adds in a little Superman seat grab. Excuse me. I missed the seat grab completely on that one. Yeah, there is the rock solid. It did not, he walked it back. It's fair. It's a good jump as he reached back with one hand, then the other, then pulled in the rock solid during that flip. Beautiful landing, though. So he should score some good points. I wouldn't be surprised if he was around 35, 36 points here. Didn't get to see those points, but we will get a lineup shortly. There it is, 35.5 points. So that puts David Reynaldo in the top spot, if my maths are correct. We'll get a final lineup here as all 6 riders have gone in this round one. So round one points are accumulated. And again, you can see the beautiful stadium here, the National Stadium of Costa Rica. And there you see it, David Ronaldo, Jose Mincha, and Michael Malero, 1, 2, and 3. Danny Torres sitting there in third place with a 30.60, so that's a good score for him. And Chino Gonzalez with a 27.70. So David Ronaldo continues to lead the overall standings, and we're going to reverse that lineup that you see right there for round two, which will come up shortly after a few Supercross runs. We got the Supercross final from SX2 and the final from SX1. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes after the halftime show. In the meantime, a little bit of review of the jumps from this round one and the great points that have been handed out. David Ronaldo still doing what he needs to do in order to stay ahead of the teams at 35.50 points. Then it was Jose Mincha in second place with a 34.60. And then Michael Malero, he's making sure he's staying in the mix with a 30.90. Then we've got Danny Torres in fourth place with a 30.60. And bringing up the last two spots, David Rossi from Italy with a 28.4, and Marco Gonzalez Chino with a 27.70. So it is now time for the Kids KTM Junior Supercross with 14 riders that are going to be out on course. Then we'll have the halftime show, our 50cc podium after the kids races. And in just a little while, we will be back at the action here for our FIM Freestyle World Cup here in San Jose, Costa Rica, as part of the X Nights. So do stick around. We'll be back in a little bit with more freestyle action. In the meantime, enjoy these highlights, and we'll see you shortly for round two.
So one more time, taking a look at this here. There's the Volt off the side of the bike. He's got time. There's a quick hello to the crowd. Then the bobby spin. Oh, geez. It's a flat spin above the bike. Then the Corolla, reaching over to the opposite hand, pushing himself over a horizontal 360 body spin or body varial above the bike. What a beautiful view from our drone cam. Incredible. Philip Podmal also right over there immediately giving him, let's watch this again here. So there is the rock solid backflip. Yeah, he got those grips no problem. Beautiful rotation, beautiful landing. There is the front row Dova. So much can go wrong there. He got a nice twist on it though, and the extension of his hips was beautiful, and then the double backflip. And you could hear the double backflip when he was revving that engine to make sure that he had the rotation. Watch this landing right here from our cam in the air. Oh, absolutely fantastic. And look how excited he is, Michael Malero. So again, there's the backflip cliffhanger. Nice extension. Back on the bike, clean landing. Then the Indy to heel clicker. Oh yeah. Unbelievable. And there, the front flip over that huge distance right up near the roof. And look how clean that. Haven't heard that one before. Look at that 360 though. Quick look back. Are my handlebars still there? Yep, they're still there, Philip. You're good. and then the one-handed indie flip. And the same trick here. Nah, there's a tsunami.
Ahora, ¿no? Ahora sí. Muy buenas noches, muchas gracias. Se ha quedado hasta pillado. ¿Qué estabais haciendo?
There was going on there. Then the heart attack flip.
Vale, muchas gracias. Anda,
And this final one here, the
yo
tsunami
que he
backflip.
llegado de trabajar y
Ronaldo, even
en
though
el
he had
tirón
a ton of stuff
me
going
he
on in
hecho las
that
cuatro
run.
cosas y me he puesto aquí a ver el
Beautiful
mundial
fronty.
de freestyle.
Again, the one-handed Superman seat grab. There's the rock solid. The cliffhanger backflip.
Y veamos la repetición de esa caída.
So he really reefed on it this time, but I didn't
Pero
hear
eso
the
en
engine
Pamplona.
revving as much
Eso
as I
no, eso no
normally
hacía
would
ahí.
hear, and I think that's the reason why he got a little bit
Porque
nosy on the
ahí es cuando
landing.
se cayó.
And again, a drone view of that double backflip, keeping everything in perspective. You can see right
Que se
there
dio
at
con
the
el
knob of the ramp on
manilla
the
en el
landing,
pecho.
that front wheel just touched down a little bit too early.
I feel good, actually. I feel good. Like I had like a couple months of practice.
Bueno,
Really good. So I feel ready. I feel comfortable.
muchas gracias por el follow, Mati.
But I guess it's always cool to
Ahí
come
mato.
back and show everyone that I'm still here, you know. So it's good for my motivation, good for everything. So I'm definitely happy to be here. I don't know yet. I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna work actually. But yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, it's already great to have a competition back in freestyle because except X Games once per year, which is not the best for me, but anyway, we have nothing. So it's good to have a competition with good riders, with good quality ramp and setup. So I'm kind of curious, but sounds good. So far, so good. I mean, when you practice that much for a competition and when
Vaya
you come
relleno
for
está
a
metiendo aquí,
competition,
¿no?
I don't want to lie. I want to win that competition. So I don't know. I'm just gonna give my best, having fun as much as I can. My goal is like to learn all what I'm working on, and after like we will see. It's not my decision at the end.
Pues
You
esto no
know?
es en directo, ¿eh?
Pues nada, súper emocionado de estar aquí la primera vez, ya que es mi primer campeonato del mundo. Siempre me habían hablado de que la competición más bonita era un campeonato del mundo, así que ahora tengo la oportunidad de estar aquí y seguro que no la voy a desaprovechar. Bueno, no me suelo poner mucha presión en este tema, sino simplemente venir a disfrutar y hacerlo lo que vengo entrenando todo el año básicamente, así que lo que sea, lo que tenga que venir, que
está metiendo aquí
venga.
relleno. Pero tela.
Yeah, I'm feeling really happy to be here in Pamplona. My first time here, first time in this type of competition with this format, so it's exciting, something new, and we have some of the world's best riders here, so it's going to be a good event. I think it's an interesting format. You know, it's the first time that I've ever rode an event where we have a limit on the jumps. You know, normally it's the best trick, which is one jump. You know, and now we have 2 rounds one round is 4 jumps, which is a pretty low number,
serio? Mira
and
que
then the second
haciendo
round is 3 jumps. So you
Esta no
know,
es la ronda 2
really each round is going to be our best
de
tricks,
Pamplona.
and I think round 2 is going to be something special.
No, esta es Pamplona, en realidad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good to have a FIM World Championship again, and I think it's gonna help to the sport for sure. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. And yeah, I just hope we had a bit more practice because it's snowing in Czech Republic, you know. So yeah, but I'm pretty excited because I think it's gonna be such a good event. We got all the big names here, and yeah, it's gonna be sick. My plans for the event to make it safe. And I didn't have not so much time for practice, so I will do my best and let's see how it's gonna go. And if I'm gonna go to the next stop, then I'm gonna go for the big one, for the gold, hopefully.
We are in FreeStyleGP Freestyle Cup FIM. I'm really happy to be here and the level is so high.
Y los de ahí han pasado a la segunda fase, que es Costa.
Really happy for this opportunity. Is my dream, and I want to push my level and push my name in the top. It's really hard, but yeah, I'm really happy to be here. My plan is I work a lot in front flip tricks, and I want to go to the final for the best trick, and with a special my trick front flip. And I know the other riders work for big level, but yeah, me too. And we will see after the practice and the race. I work a lot for be here, and yeah, we will see.
Pero escúchame, ¿otra vez?
Todos los pilotos tenemos muchísimas ganas de volver a competir a nivel mundial. No tenemos muchas oportunidades de estar todos juntos. Mi expectativa es pasármelo bien e intentar hacer un buen trabajo y luchar por ganar.
Yeah, feeling pretty good, but I had an accident for my shoulder, so you know it's not gonna be 100% for my situation. So hopefully I can go through the for the Saturday night. You know, that's I have to deal with my shoulder. So one direction almost pop out.
Y lo peor de todo que
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna tape it.
Lo están poniendo ellos.
Then let's see. I do my best. Yeah.
It's
good. Yeah, it's good for now. Especially today's freestyle much needed for.
Venga, Ibai. Buenas noches.
Appreciate it for Fry Group, you know.
Yo en cuanto acabe esto, me voy a la cama, ¿no? Si yo acabo...
Setup was good.
Hace 2 horas que salí de trabajo.
I'm nothing worry or nothing scary, you know. So I'm feel
Pero viendo esto, no sé yo si va a durar mucho. Buenas noches.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's not a secret. I really love the next gen, the big jumps. I'm one of those guys. I'm not really doing the most double flips or front flips. I have done the things before, but I do enjoy like big tricks, big extensions, big jumps, you know, flying for a long time. So I'm really excited this is my first time I'm gonna hit that next gen indoors. So I've only hit that ramp actually when it's like windy and raining. So I'm like super excited to not have any problems and get to fly inside this arena.
Yeah,
and do my best. My expectations is to do the best tricks that I have. I picked the 7 best tricks I have, and to be honest, I'm honestly expecting to get on the crowd, like to get the crowd wild up. I know there's guys here that are doing things that are just gonna score more points than me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to myself. Part of freestyle is you gotta be realistic, you know, like you gotta know your limits, otherwise you're gonna end up not having a career, you know? And so I'm pretty comfortable with whatever happens tonight. But if I can do just one trick that gets the crowd to stand up, I'm happy. I'm super happy. That's all I want.
Hi, I'm Danny Torres, piloto from Freestyle Motocross. I'm really happy because the World Championship of the Freestyle is returned. I think it's good because you know, all the tricks, the level is gone up again. I'm really happy to be here in Costa Rica, the next stop of the World Championship of the Freestyle Motocross. Yes, I feel really good here because in Costa Rica, I've been here like many times, many years ago. So for me, it's really important to be part in this championship. And I know that I ride with the best rider on the world, but I try to have fun here in Costa Rica.
My name is Marcos Gonzalez. I am from Santiago de Chile, South America. I'm riding freestyle. Right here in Costa Rica with the best rider of the world. It's amazing for me. The people here in Costa Rica is the crown is a goal for me, so it's good experience. Good experience, good memory for right here in Costa Rica.
Por lo menos.
Oh yeah, I would love to go to Costa Rica, man. That would be awesome. I went to Guyana in South America and Mexico a few times, and yeah, I love it, man. I love going to new places.
Porque esta gente no están compitiendo.
The whole adventure of overcoming obstacles and whatnot, and to bring that concept into competition is something we haven't seen since X Fighters, you know. So I'm really, really pumped and honored to be a part of this. I can tell you that. You have no idea how fucking grateful I am to be here, man. I've worked super hard for this, and I'm actually really proud to get the spot because of the way that I ride. It's a little bit different, and it's not necessarily body variables or front flip combos, but I do take tricks and I do combos I do upright combos that no one's doing. I do flip tricks with extensions bigger than anyone. And for a long time, I've been doing that without really, you know, I was just doing my own shows, me and my wife, like going to a show, setting up the whole ramp myself, signing autographs myself. I got the microphone in my phone, speaking. I'm doing everything myself. And so finally, I got the chance to actually enjoy riding and to like do my very best. So yeah, I'm super honored to be a part of this. I can tell you that much. Yeah, really, really super grateful.
Yeah, I've been there like one time, a couple of years ago. Wasn't the best memory because they lost my luggage, so I ride totally stuck. Was raining, but like, you know, it was the first time. Maybe the second time will be better. Yeah, that was kind of really crazy because it was the first time for me to ride in that kind of situation, because it was like a full house stadium. People were like completely crazy, and actually that's really good. Good to see that FMX is really famous and really, I mean, like people like that sport in this country, so that's good.
This is first stop in Pamplona and the second stop in February in Costa Rica, and yeah, it's amazing.
Right, so we are almost ready to go for round number 2. And in round number 2, we will shift the starting lineup a little bit. It's based on the order of round 1 and then reversed. So because David Ronaldo was the top scoring athlete in round number 1, he will go last today in round number 2. And vice versa, it will be with 27.70 points. Marco Chino Gonzalez will start us off again as he did earlier on today. Through the middle, a little bit of a change there as we take a look back at some of the round 1 highlights that really set the pace for today with some excellent jumps, some really, really nice tricks, and some good pumping for the crowd here. Fantastic lazy boy there. Japan Air rocks solid. So lots of great tricks happening for all of these guys as they get ready to go for round number 2. Now, in round number 2,
esta es la ronda 1.
Tricks. So they're going to be doing 1.5 laps instead of 2 laps around this arena. And again, we have 2 big airbag landings 2 23-meter big air jumps, one
todavía no
front
han
flip
sacado la
ramp
leña.
with the mechanical cheater, and
No me jodas.
one
Yo quiero
super
ver lo que han
kicker, which
sacado.
we will
Yo
more
quiero
than
ver
likely
los trucos
see
de...
the double flips coming off of.
Los
There's
trucos de
that
verdad.
cheater ramp, the green one.
Están
Couldn't have made that
calentando.
one
No me
any
jodas.
brighter if they had tried. And here you see our lineup for the Supercross.
Ya. Carrera super pro y todo. No me lo creo.
So this should be Supercross Final 1. They will race 7 laps, and that will determine positions 1, 2, and 3 on the podium. Carnage already in that first right-hand turn, with 3 riders being relegated all the way to the back of the pack.
Right.
And you can see why Supercross is so exciting for the fans here.
Mira. Oh. ¿Cómo va ese niño? ¿Por qué no se escucha las motos? Quita la gracia, coño.
When these guys would celebrate after a Supercross win over that finish line, very often you would see them doing tricks like whips or one-footers or no-footers. And this is really where the sport of freestyle motocross originated. It came from the ends of these Supercross races when these guys would style it over that final jump, like you're seeing a couple of these guys do now. So this really is hearkening back to the origins of the sport of freestyle motocross through racing.
Que va fuego, ¿eh? Boom. Es que vuela.
All right, just briefly, we saw there it is, the results, and now the starting order for our rounds number 2. Just a reminder, folks, only 3 jumps in this round number 2, so 1.5 laps instead of 2 laps of our freestyle motocross course here. So this is a reduced opportunity, which means these guys need to be perfect in each of their jumps that they do here. All right, so one more quick look at the course. And as our drone drifts away from the beautiful National Stadium of Costa Rica, again, we see our starting order. Chino Gonzalez will start us off, David Rossi, Danny Torres, Michael Malero, Jose Mincha, and David Rinaldo. So here we go with our first rider out. Marco Chino Gonzalez. So he started us off in the round 1. He will start us off again in round 2, having the lowest points from round 1. So 27.70. He's going to try and pad those points here a little bit in rounds number 2. And he's going for the flip tsunami. Ooh, a little bounce at the bottom of the landing there. So flip tsunami looked pretty clean from my perspective. And you can bet that most of these guys are going to be trying to pull out flips in this second half here. He's just having a little bit of a jam session with himself there, dragging himself beside the bike. Coming up with a really difficult trick there, the cliffhanger backflip.
Yeah.
He got the feet hooked up, but he didn't really extend. He needed to have a little bit more amplitude, bit of a slower rotation perhaps, and then he could have gotten in there and really pushed the extension of that cliffhanger flip. That is a really, really difficult trick and a very dangerous trick to do. I mean, you know, not that any of these tricks aren't dangerous, but some of them have a little bit more risk than others. So last jump here for Chino. Flip double grab, very nicely executed. Beautiful grab. Nice extension. He's going to be happy about that. Should get some pretty decent points, I would say, as well. So he'll add on points to his overall. And then we see a replay. Beautiful indie flip. Very, very nice. Low on the landing, though, so you can see he kind of hopped a little bit. Try and imagine if that were a dirt landing now, and that would have been quite a hard landing. And there is the cliffhanger backflip. You can see, not bad actually. From the slow-mo, you really see he does get some extension. And there is the double grab flip. That was very nicely executed. So Chino with a pretty solid second round here. 3 jumps in, 1.5 laps of the track. A total of 7 jumps between round 1 and 2 for Marco Chino Gonzalez. Taming the bull there, enjoying a little bit of time with the crowd. So we'll see what the judges have to say about his final score here. All right. 49.60 points total. Nice. So that is a solid score for Chino. He's going to be happy with that. And now we move over to Davide Rossi. So David Rossi almost always starts with a front flip. Let's see if he continues with this theme. And it looks like he is lining up on that cheater ramp, the green monster. Taking his time to get locked in on this one, which means it's probably going to be a fairly complicated first jump off of that front flip ramp. Front flip knack one hand. I believe I saw a hand go away. There was a brief little knack there. He had a front knack in the round one that was really solid. There was a lot more going on in this one if he took that hand off than front flip one hand. Knack ups the ante a little bit there for the difficulty. Cliffhanger backflip, nicely executed. Good amplitude as well. He was up there. Heading back over to his last jump of the evening here. And again, locking in on that front flip ramp run in. Let's see what he's got lined up for us here. Should be a front suicide. No, he changes his mind mid-rotation. Goes for the front flip no-hander. Obviously, he wasn't feeling the suicide. And as I mentioned, changes the script a little bit. So that will probably cost him some overall points. But we'll take a look back here. Yep, there's the knack, brief as it was, and the one hand, brief as it was. But he got body parts away from that on the front flip. So quite a good job there by David Rossi on that very first trick out. And that is a tough one if you mess up on that. You can see the arms up in the air. Maybe a little bit disappointed with that trick. Not the way he came out that he wanted to, but that backflip cliffhanger was very, very nicely executed. Good extension, good straight body, good hookup on the bars. Very, very nice run there. And here, should have been the suicide, but he didn't really get the body extension back to that rear fender. There's the cliffhanger again, pushing those hips forward. So good execution all in all. We'll see what kind of points David Rossi gets out of this one. He was sitting in 5th place after the first round. Let's see if he can improve on that at all here in this second round. Good amplitude, though. Very, very nice. Obviously not afraid of using that front flip ramp, so he's got the combinations. $47.37 points. So the judges marking him a little bit harshly, I would say, as he is actually below Chino on that one, as Danny Torres gets ready to go for his last 3 jumps of the evening and gets this crowd pumped up and into it. Danny Torres, the legend from Spain, X-Fighters champion, X-Games medalist, an absolute legend in the sport of freestyle motocross. Everybody knows Danny. All right, here we go. Backflip, Japan Air. Nice and solid. Not getting wild with it. Good, clean first trick out of the gate. You could see on that Japan Air as well, he reached back and had a good solid grab on his foot as well. We'll get a better view of that in the slow-mo, but he has that on lockdown, absolutely.
Up.
Indie flip. I think he wanted a double grab, but went for the straight up Indy flip. I didn't see the heel clicker in there either. So we'll have to see on the slow-mo. Maybe my eyes were just moving a little slow here. Double grab flip. Very, very nice right there. That last trick for Danny Torres was a solid one as well. The flip clicker, double grab Indy in the middle. Not really so sure about that one. And this is so typical of Danny, the bullfighting style. That always came to play in the Plaza de Toros de las Ventas in Madrid, where he is legendary.
Me queda espectáculo.
Let's watch this again here.
Público.
There's the Japan.
Me quedo con el público.
Nice clean flip Japan. One more view of it. Taps the foot more than grabs the foot, but will allow him that. Super clean though. Nice solid landing. All the different angles. Man, that is a ton of camera shots here. Flip. Superman seat grab Indy. So I think that was meant to be the heel clicker to Indy. Or maybe that was just a review of his last trick here. Wait. Now there's that Superman seat grab Indy one more time. Do we get a picture of a clicker in there somewhere, though, is the question. A little bit off balance on that landing. No big deal, though. Straight into the Indy on that one. So, yeah, I didn't see a clicker anywhere here. Double grab, Superman, flip. So, yeah, I did not see a clicker at all in there. So, again, based on his list, the judges will probably mark him down to 49.97. At the moment, has him in the lead. Not sure how long that will last. So it's Danny Torres, then David Rossi, and Marco Chino Gonzalez as we get ready to drop Michael Malero here. Michael's got quite a solid list of tricks that he can pull out at any time. He has to make the decision of whether or not these tricks are the right ones for the circumstances, though, to get the points that he needs in order to be atop the podium here and perhaps get back in the points to try and become the freestyle motocross world champion once again. So reaching back there, watch for the Cali roll here. Yeah. Oh, and a little fist pump as well. Good clean landing. Little hop at the bottom, but no harm done. So that was a very clean Cali roll from Michael Malero. He's so good at those, it's insane. He can do those in his sleep, I'm pretty sure. Lining up on the front flip ramp now, and you can see those flip levers are up, so there's going to be something going on there that's a little bit more exotic than usual. Oh my goodness, front flip Indy Tsunami. Like I said, more exotic. There was just a lot of stuff happening in that one trick. All right, so on this side, he is lining up on the super kicker, and that can only mean one thing. He either wants to fly real high or he wants to fly real high and do a double backflip. And I can't imagine he is thinking about anything other than a solid, clean double backflip to get himself the points that he needs to move to the top of the list here today. He's going to need it as well. Easing in slowly to find his lineup and goes for it. Here we go. Double backflip. Ooh, slightly over-rotated on the landing, but he is clean and walks away from it, and he is happy about that. Well done by Michael Malero, and I think he might have been stressing quite significantly about that double backflip, and you could see he is completely and utterly chuffed about that jump. Fantastic double back from So reaching back there, watch for the Cali roll here. Up, so there's going to be something going on there that's a little high, or he wants to fly real high and do a double backflip. And I can't imagine he is thinking about anything other than a solid, clean double backflip to get himself the points that he needs to move to the top of the list here today. He's going to need it as well. Easing in slowly to find his lineup and goes for it. Here we go.
Ole.
Double backflip. Ooh, slightly over-rotated on the landing, but he is clean and walks away from it, and he is happy about that. Well done by Michael Malero, and I think he might have been stressing quite significantly about that double backflip, and you could see he is completely and utterly chuffed about that jump. Fantastic double back from Michael Malero. Will that get him enough points to get him into the numbers here today? Seems pretty fine with just undressing and giving his clothing to anybody in the audience who will take it. One young lady seems to be pretty happy with that. There go the gloves. If he keeps celebrating, he's going to have a towel to wrap around him to walk home in. Yeah, and he is super excited about that run. He likes it. 3 jumps, 3 solid jumps. So here's the Cali roll. He's got those locked. Then there's the front Tsunami Indy, or the front again. The Cali roll, you can see he's really far back on the bike. Trying to imagine the go-ahead, and Jose Mincha will head out onto the course for his final 3 jumps in this freestyle motocross competition.
Vamos a ver, Mincha. Vamos, Mincha. Yeah. Autógrafo.
So far, running second in the World Championship. Can he hold on to that position, or does he have a good enough run lined up to be able to move into the top spot and push David Ronaldo down? After that great run, though, from Michael Malero, it's going to be a tough and tall order here. Let's see.
Venga ahí, tírale. No juego.
Flip rock solid. Oh, yes, and a beautiful, smooth, buttery smooth landing, in fact. Super clean on the landing. He came down and just rolled out of that one. Fantastic. All right, he's got to pump himself up a little bit here because he does have a front flip listed in this next one. Not barring any time at all there. Front flip, double grab. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's perfect. He is pumped again. He continues to impress. This kid, Jose Mincha, is absolutely fantastic. An unbelievable talent on the freestyle motocross bike. And every time he pulls out something that he might be a little bit afraid of, you could see that pump, that juice flowing through his veins. It's almost visible how he reacts. And now coming into...
Vamos.
Looks like he wants that super kicker, and he's going to try and keep up with Michael Malero by the looks of it. And he's rethinking the situation here. Is he going to change his mind? If he does want to do a double backflip, it's one of the most dangerous tricks in freestyle motocross if it is not pulled correctly, even with these new airbag landings. You just cannot mess this trick up at all. Here we go.
Ole.
He's got it. Oh, a little over-rotation on the landing. Lets the bike go as he gets down there. And how excited is he? Wow, Jose Mincha, an absolute fantastic run, an amazing young talent. There is going to be great things from this young man in the years to come. And he just decides to give away some sponsor gear to the audience
Es que la ha
here.
clavado, pero...
He's excited, and so he should be. That was a great run with a flip rock solid to start things off with, beautifully executed. Then the front double grab, and then the double backflip. There's that flip rock solid again. A little bit panicky getting onto the bars, but then there's that front double grab. That was amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Next thing you're going to see him doing that Indy and rock solid style, and then the double backflip. Look at the amplitude. The rotation was there, slightly over rotated, but he was in there enough. Now watch this back wheel stop as he gets down into the rotation. No, I guess it didn't. I thought it was going to stop there to slow that rotation down a little bit. But all in all, a really good run from Jose Mincha. The question is now, what are the judges going to offer this young man here for points? I can't imagine that it's going to be under 55 points. It might even be a high score here. There's that double grab backflip, the rock solid backflip. Yeah, and Jose is absolutely... Oh, wow, look at that score. 58.33 points. That puts him on top of the leaderboard for now with one more rider to go, and that is our tour leader, David Rinaldo. 58.33 points is the score to beat here. So will Jose Mincha take the win here in Costa Rica, or will David Rinaldo have enough with his variations to be the champion and maintain a stranglehold on the top spot of this World Championship Series? 4 events in this series, and this is event number 2, coming to you from the National Stadium of Costa Rica here for the X-Nights and part of the Pan American Supercross Championship 2026. And here we go with David Rinaldo as he gets into his round 2 points. Oh, he thought better of it. Oh no, now that might mess his head up a little bit. He balked on the run, so he's going to go back and restart. Maybe something didn't feel right with the acceleration. Maybe he just wasn't quite there mentally. So he'll reset and restart. Now, I'm not sure if the judges will balk on or cause point problems for him there. I don't think so, though.
Vámonos.
Oh, he goes for the volt. Oh, he got a little bit sideways on the bike, but managed to get his leg back over. It was a wild volt, but he did it. So he got the volt around. Looked like get that right leg back over and had to fight it a little bit. But he got it there and had a good landing. Coming in for the bobby spin now. Oh my goodness, did he land low on that ramp. You can see the bike hop as he hit the bottom of that landing ramp. The bobby spin off the back of the bike, completely twisted.
No es fácil frenar. ¿Sí? Me está cortando el rollo, ¿eh? Para mañana. Estoy acabado. Está todo.
And catch those points back up. Let's see what the judges have to offer for David Ronaldo when the points do come through here for that young man.
Ay. Pero no ve. Nada.
You can see the congratulations all already. Looks like it's going to be Danny Torres in second place there, or third place, excuse me. We should see Michael Malero in third place and Jose Mincha on the top of the podium. There we go. Michael Malero, second place on the podium here today. A little bit of redemption for him after the crash in Pamplona that had him out of the second round completely and unable to get points. So this is a big deal for Michael Malero, and we'll see where that puts him in the overall standings. And this will be a big deal for the young man, Jose Mincha, because he is your winner here in Costa Rica with 58.33 points. He takes over that top spot in the competition here today, which means he should also take over the top spot in the overall rankings. We will see that shortly, I hope. But a big congratulations to Jose Mincha, your winner here in San Jose, Costa Rica, for this Freestyle World Cup, the FIM Freestyle World Cup. And of course, the requisite champagne showers are coming up. Danny Torres and Michael Malero are familiar with how this works, and you can see their spray, absolutely fantastic. Jose Mincha still needs to practice that a little bit, I think, but hey, you know what? The way he's riding, he'll have that in lockdown fairly soon as well. Feel really bad for David Ronaldo. One small mistake at the end from a otherwise really, really nice 3-hit run, and that cost him the points that he really needed to take a win here. So, taking a look really quickly at hopefully our graphics for our freestyle motocross. There we go. Rounds 1 and 2, Jose Mincha, Michael Malero, and Danny Torres, 1, 2, and 3. David Ronaldo with 78.17 points total in 4th place there. But a great job by Jose Mincha. Big congratulations to him. A redemption run for Michael Malero to get back into the mix, and hopefully we'll see an overall results tableau here, which would be really nice. And I can't imagine that Jose Mincha would not be atop those rankings, coming in 2nd place in Pamplona and 1st place here today. Should have him on top of the overall leaderboard.
Ah, eso es lo de las motos, ¿no?
So looking back at Jose's run again, there's that front flip double grab, absolutely flawless. Fantastic execution. One more view of it there. Nice extension, good rotation, back on the bike, good landing. And here is that double flip. He was absolutely bricking it, I think, on the lead up to this double flip. Had to pump himself up for it, but he pulled it out. Little slight over rotation on the landing, but you know what? He's not complaining. That's first place for him. And of course, Danny Torres, the legend, still in the mix, still relevant, sitting in third place here today with 79 and change, almost 80 points, in fact, total for Danny. There you can see the Japan backflip, nice and clean. Another angle of it there. So many camera angles here. It's a luxury, I'll tell you. So Danny Torres staying in the mix, staying relevant with some fantastic style, as we know him so well for. And of course, Michael Malero, the 5-time world champion. He gets himself back into it with a redemption song here.
Aquí el alumno supera al maestro.
56.43 in that second run for 81.33. 87.33, excuse me. So that's a great score for Michael Malero, and that will help him definitely move towards a possible 6th FIM Freestyle Motocross World Championship title. There you see Michael on that double backflip. He had to rethink that one, got it around though, and he was super happy after that. Could see him really psyching himself up before the jump. I gotta tell you, that bike of his is looking extra stylish with that burgundy paint job. Almost candy apple red like Ferrari. Super nice. Well, once again, we've seen some fantastic action from our 6 riders this evening, but the man of the evening is definitely Jose Mincha with his win in freestyle motocross. We hope you guys enjoyed it from the National Stadium of Costa Rica here in San Jose for this X Nights and the Pan American Supercross Championship 2026. Our next event coming up in just a little while. Keep tuned for that, and I wish you all a good evening or a good morning, depending on where you're listening from. Hope you guys like the show, the action, and everything that went around with it. I'm out for this, and thanks for joining us, everybody. Ciao, till next time.
Pensaba que iba a haber un carrusel. No, no por cada lado. ¿Lo vi?
I don't know. I think he actually thought he could win the case without the fix. It appeared that Elliot didn't know about the FBI's phone calls and apparent interest in Vincent. If he had, now would have been the time to mention it. The FBI's focus on Vincent would have been as good a reason as any to delay a trial involving a bribery scheme. So delaying the trial got him killed. That's my guess, yes. Did you kill him, Walter? I don't kill people. You had him killed. Elliot shook his head wearily. I don't have people killed either. A waiter moved up to the booth with a tray and a stand, and we both leaned back to let him work. He deboned our fish, plated them, and then put them down on the table along with 2 small serving pitchers with beurre blanc. He then placed Elliot's fresh martini down along with 2 wine glasses. He uncorked the bottle Elliot had ordered and asked if he wanted to taste the wine yet.
Vamos a ver. Pues nos vemos, chavales.